All right, here we are. After 15 deep dives into the nuts and bolts of AI readiness, it's time to put all the pieces together. We've looked under the hood, we've kicked the tires, and we've checked all the safety features. Now we're assembling the complete playbook, the master guide for any stakeholder who needs to make smart, informed decisions in the world of AI. Let's get into it. But first, before we jump in, a quick but really important heads up. This whole series has been a review of the incredible research report from Virtualization Options LLC. Now, as you can imagine, in these explainers, we've only been able to scratch the surface of their full report. And of course, this is all for informational purposes. It is not legal, financial, or investment advice, and it doesn't come with any warranty, expressed or implied. Okay, with that out of the way, let's roll.
And I really want to start by saying, congratulations. Seriously, if you've stuck with us through all 15 parts of this series, you have put in the work. You've built an incredibly powerful foundation for how to think about and assess AI, and that gives you a massive advantage. And now, we get to see how it all clicks together.
So, here's the big question, right? After all that, after 15 chapters, how does it all actually fit together? How do you take all these individual concepts and forge them into a single cohesive framework that lets you assess what an organization can really do with AI? That is exactly what we are about to build, right here, right now. Every great building starts with a rock-solid foundation, and in AI it's no different. That foundation rests on 4 essential pillars. These were the focus of our first 4 explainers, and they are the absolute bedrock of any successful AI strategy. The very first pillar we talked about was the AI readiness framework itself. Think of this as the architect's blueprint for your entire evaluation. It forces you to look beyond just the technology and assess everything holistically: the tech, the talent, the governance, the risk. This is how you distinguish the organizations with genuine capability from those just spouting rhetoric. Next up, the pillar that is completely non-negotiable: data governance. You can have the most powerful AI engine on the planet, but if you're putting low-quality fuel into it, you are going absolutely nowhere. It's the oldest saying in computing for a reason: garbage in, garbage out. Without pristine, well-governed data, the best algorithms in the world are useless. Pillar number 3 is the technical architecture. This is the operational backbone. This is where the rubber meets the road. Does the organization actually have the infrastructure, the MLOps maturity, the raw computing power, the secure deployment pipelines to take a cool AI model out of the lab and scale it reliably across the entire enterprise? This is the difference between a science project and a real business solution. And finally, the 4th pillar, and you could argue it's the most critical of all: talent and capability. AI isn't some magic black box. It's a tool wielded by brilliant people. And we're not just talking about a few superstar data scientists. We're talking about the whole ecosystem: the engineers, the product managers, and an overarching culture that is obsessed with continuous learning. Ultimately, the people are what drive the value.
So once that foundation is in place, you can start to build. But here's the thing. A powerful system without any guardrails isn't just risky, it's a guaranteed recipe for disaster. So our next focus, drawing from explainers 5 through 8, is all about establishing the guardrails for responsible control and oversight.
This is all about creating a defense-in-depth strategy. It's not one thing, it's layers of control. It has to start at the very top with board-level governance and clear accountability. From there, you have to navigate the complex web of global regulations. Then, you need a systematic process for assessing all kinds of risk: technical, ethical, and financial. And at the very core, you have to embed ethics and bias mitigation into the entire AI lifecycle. And this table really drives the point home. Good governance isn't a memo or a single policy. It has to cascade through every single level of the organization, from board oversight down to executive leadership, into committees, through risk management, and all the way to the day-to-day operational controls. If there's a weak link anywhere in that chain, the whole thing can fall apart. Okay, foundation is poured, guardrails are up, now it's time to really put things to the test. Let's be honest, the AI space is just flooded with hype. So our next job, based on what we covered in explainers 9 through 13, is to become expert detectives, to penetrate that hype and separate what's real from what's just marketing fiction. And this right here is your cheat sheet. As a stakeholder, you need to look for these signals. On the one hand, you have the red flags of hype: vague promises, secrecy about how their tech works, claiming they can fully automate incredibly complex jobs. On the other hand, you have the green flags of genuine capability. They publish their research, they show you their architecture,
They have realistic discussions about limitations, and, most importantly, they have real systems running at scale in production. This is how you find the truth. And if you ever, for 1 second, forget what the stakes are, just look at this number. $20 billion. That was the direct cost of the 737 MAX automation failure. This was a catastrophic breakdown, not just of technology, but of oversight, of governance. It's a terrifying lesson in what happens when you rush deployment and cut corners. The cost of getting this wrong isn't just financial, it's tragically human. So, we figured out how to assess the present, but an assessment is pretty useless if it just sits on a shelf. It's not a report card, it's a roadmap. So in this final section, pulling from our last 2 explainers, we're going to see how to turn all these insights into a concrete, strategic plan of action. Remember that defense in-depth idea? It's just as crucial for mitigating risk. There's no single silver bullet. Instead, you build layers of protection. At the base, you have your technical controls and monitoring. On top of that, you add a layer of human oversight. Then your governance and accountability structures. Above that, a clear incident response plan. And as a final backstop, you have financial protections like insurance. It's about building a system that is resilient by design. And this journey is a marathon, not a sprint. This roadmap makes it feel achievable. You start by shoring up the absolute foundations, governance and high-priority risks. Then you score some quick wins to build momentum. From there, you build out your core capabilities. Then you optimize and scale, until you finally reach a state of true AI maturity, where you're driving sustained innovation. It breaks a huge task down into manageable steps. So after all this, what's the bottom line? Let's boil it down. 1. Governance is your non-negotiable foundation. 2. You must demand evidence to cut through the marketing hype. 3. An organization's culture around responsibility might be the most important signal of all. 4. Learning from big, public failures is critical. And 5. It always comes back to the people. High-quality, diverse talent is the ultimate game changer. And so, we've reached the end of our playbook. But really, your work is just getting started. AI readiness is not a finish line you cross. It's not a one-time audit. It's a continuous discipline of learning, adapting, and staying vigilant. You have the map now. So the real question is, how will you ensure that your assessment, your oversight, never stops? The future of AI is being written as we speak. You're now equipped to help write a responsible chapter.